There's few people in this world whom I absolutely despise, and that's Reddit users, pedophiles, and domestic abusers. So for those of you who don't keep in the loop of the whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation, I'm here to fill you in. Basically, Johnny was accused by Amber Heard of domestically abusing her and has accounted at least 14 different cases where he abused her. But come to find out, Amber is actually the one abusing Johnny, and not the other way around. Unfortunately, because we live in the age of Me Too, Amber is able to take advantage of that and frame Johnny as the bad guy, because women can't be abusers, right? The situation goes even further because in April 2018, UK tabloid The Sun published an article that is complete defamation of Johnny Depp. They reported on the situation, calling him a wife beater and relying on Amber as their source. For those of you who don't know, The Sun has built itself a reputation of its own in the past few decades. The Sun is a right-wing news source and has a notorious track record of being unreliable and fabricating stories for their own benefit. The Sun has no integrity in journalism and could be a prime example of how biased and opportunistic media can be nowadays. Just to cite my sources, one incident where The Sun was fatally wrong and failed to claim responsibility was the Hillsborough disaster. To sum that up, the Hillsborough disaster was a fatal human crush during a soccer match at Hillsborough Stadium between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. The police blamed the Liverpool fans for the accident, depicting them as drunken hooligans. And of course, The Sun, being the reliable, non-biased news source that it is, reported on this incident, siding with the police and pinning all the blame on the Liverpool fans for the 96 deaths that occurred. I have an article going more in depth about the situation in the description. Clearly, we can see what a joke The Sun is. I feel like the only people who actually read The Sun and take it at word value are Karens and flat earthers. I've sidetracked a bit, but it can just go to show how unreliable The Sun is. Johnny sued The Sun for defamation and lost the case in UK court. The judge for the case ruled the evidence is absolutely incriminating for Johnny, and Amber Heard was in fear for her own life. Now, I tried digging to find evidence that incriminates Johnny like the Among Us detective that I am, and what I found out is that Judge Andrew Nichols, the judge that ruled Depp as guilty, is allegedly close to Amber's lawyer, and his son is a colleague of the person being sued by Depp. Now, I'm no Alex Jones claiming that Johnny Depp turned the frogs gay, but I have a gut feeling that there may be a little bias behind this judge's decision. Still, you should take these allegations with a grain of salt. Let's just take a look at The Sun and see what kind of bullshit they have to spew. The Sun says Johnny Depp is a wife beater and fool for thinking he could overturn the damning evidence against him. Blah, 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 blah. His arrogant lawyers clearly assume his wealth, fame, A-list friends, and Hollywood charm would prevail. No, the fucking evidence prevails. No wonder they were stunned yesterday that Mr. Justice Nicol, to his huge credit, saw through it. That, in the judge's view, Depp put Amber in fear for her life during multiple and sustained attacks. His ruling is a total vindication for the actress, who gave evidence with huge courage. And then right here, The Sun says that blah, 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 blah. They've been supporting domestic abuse survivors for more than 20 years. Yeah, you're supporting a fucking domestic abuser too, you stupid fucks. I think the most interesting part of this whole situation is that none of Johnny's ex-girlfriends or ex-wives have accused him of abuse. In fact, they've come out to support him publicly. As for the bed shitting, yes, Amber Heard shit the bed. One of the cleaners who worked for Depp and Heard deemed that there's no way the feces could have come from a dog and has to be human shit. However, Judge Nichols ruled otherwise. Also, I want to point out that regarding the fucking shit in the bed, The Sun fucking put an article out including the housekeeper's claims that the dog couldn't have shit the bed. The Sun put that out themselves. What argument are you guys trying to make? I'm going to play some audio clips for you guys so you can infer your own conclusion to how much of a victim Amber Heard really is in this whole shit show.
Punch you, by the way. I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, even a lot of guys have been around a long time. I know. Yeah,
no, when you fucking have a closed fist.
You get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are your toes?
What am I supposed to do? Do this?
How are your toes?
I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are.
Oh,
that's the difference between me and you. You're a fucking baby.
Because you start physical fights?
You're such a baby! Grow the fuck up,
Because you start physical fights?
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had to get the fuck out. finger, man. Come on. I had a mineral can of mineral spirits thrown at my nose.
You can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
yes.
It's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
It doesn't matter if it's a fair fight.
Exactly, because you're bigger.
I think this whole situation is dangerous because it can do one of two things. If Amber Heard gets away with this, it can cause domestic abusers to get off scot-free and not pay the consequences for their actions. If Amber is proven guilty and the mainstream catches light of this whole thing, then how will we ever be able to believe a victim of domestic abuse ever again in the age of Me Too? This must feel like a slap to the face for actual victims of domestic abuse. And it's honestly disgusting how someone can spin the blame and completely destroy the other person's career in the process. One of the main reasons why this whole situation has even come to light is because Warner Bros. Fired Depp from Fantastic Beasts 3. Warner Bros. Isn't completely at fault because of the court ruling, legally Depp is regarded as a wife beater. Warner Bros. Was kind of backed into a corner in this whole situation. And even though he's been fired from his role, he will still be paid for it despite only filming one scene. In my opinion, Johnny doesn't need Fantastic Beasts because those movies suck donkey ass anyway. Johnny, if you're watching this, because I know you've been a long time fan of this channel, you don't need Warner Bros. Fuck them. I'm by your side fighting your cause on the front lines, and that's all that matters. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. The main takeaway from this video are don't believe what the sun puts out, and fuck Amber Heard.